Hi, I'm Jordan, and I had the opportunity to interview the famous black inventor James E. West. I happened to ask him some questions. This is his response. I'm in fourth grade. What kind of things were you doing as a 10-year-old in fourth grade?
Probably getting into more trouble than I should have. One of the things that I liked to do was take things apart. And this was, if I had a pair of pliers and a screwdriver and I could figure out how to open something, it was opened. And that was not always the best thing because I could get them open, I could break them, but I could not fix them. So that plus climbing up my grandmother's apple tree and watching the ants go by.
I read that you invented the electric microphone. What made you think that this invention was necessary?
Well, that's a real good question, Jordan, because science doesn't work that way. What we try to do is understand how nature behaves. And I was studying what we call amorphous polymers. These are polymers that are totally random. They have no order at all that we know of so far. And I found out that there were what we call deep electronic traps. And I know this sounds real complicated, but it really isn't. Picture opening your hand, jamming your fist in, and then closing your hand down tight on it. Now your other hand can't get out unless you let it. And that's what we do with electrons. We trap them, and when we do that, then the electrons behave similar to magnets. The only difference is that the field for magnet is a magnetic field, and for the electrons that we trap, it's an electrical field. Then I hope that gets over.
I read that you earned a lot of awards. What is the most valuable to you?
Well, awards are just like the awards that you get in first, second, third, and fourth grade. I'm very proud of all of the ones that I've received. But the one that I remember most was when President Bush presented me with the Medal of Technology for the country. That's the highest medal that a scientist can earn in this country. Now I have a lot of others. The one that I enjoy most is the National Inventors Hall of Fame. And I do enjoy that because I go back every year. It's like an annual event for me now to welcome in new inductees. And the Benjamin Franklin Medal, I like that because one of the books that I read when I was about your age was a book about Benjamin Franklin who flew a kite with the key hanging off the end of the cord, and the key did some strange things. I always wanted to repeat that experiment, but my parents wouldn't let me.
I read you recently turned 89. What keeps you working at this age?
Well, I don't think I've ever had a job in my life. I've had hobbies, and this is my hobby. I love what I do, and when you're doing what you love to do, you can do it forever. At least I hope.
What other advice would you like to give to me in my class?
Jordan, I have advice for you and your class. Technology has made life very comfortable, but at a cost. And the cost of a comfortable living is that we're destroying the planet. What you and your classmates have to learn to do and teach is how to do both, how to have all of the wonderful things that electricity and cars and so forth that byproducts pollute the atmosphere. We have to learn how not to let that happen. And that's going to be up to you because it's a long-term problem, but one that I'm sure you'll be able to solve.